Now the trend amongst most manufacturers seems to be to go all retro, but Renault have decided to go all futuristic with their latest concept, the Vel Satis. And this is the car that in the future Renault hope will tempt you out of your BMWs and your Mercedes. Vel Satis apparently is French for max satisfaction. Quite how Renault are going to keep the driver so satisfied, I'm not sure about that yet. But if space-age technology is the thing that does it for you, then this car is packed with it. Let's start with opening this gorgeous car. Now, there is a remote key that will open it for you, but should you want to actually do it yourself, all you need is the slightest touch on the door handle. Oh, wonderful. It does the job for you. Now inside this gorgeous space-age cabin with this wonderful glass roof, you'll find grey leather everywhere, carbon fibre. It really is beautiful, and everything is remote control. You just turn this little switch here to the centre, the clock opens, and hey presto, there's your control panel. And you know those busy executives who can just never bear to drag themselves away from the office? Well, in the Vel Satis they won't have to do. In here is a storage space that you can keep in all your letterheads, anything you need, all your stationery. And if you need to quickly type up the odd memo, how about this? A CD-ROM and a computer keyboard, would you believe?
I feel this is the way to go. I don't feel right about looking at the future in the rear-view mirror. It is in fact a car which represents the first 100 years of Renault, but it is also the first year of the second 100 years of Renault. So yes, we have and always have had a very forward design approach, and that's the way that we're going to maintain it.
Okay, looking to the future with it, is this an exercise in styling? I mean, it is incredibly styled, it's beautiful, or is it something that realistically we very well may see this on the roads?
Well, from the design characteristics, if you take for example the exterior style, I would say that as much as 80% of that will come out in production, not on one car but on two cars. So it is in fact very much showing the way that we are going in the upper segment, and what I'm referring to is within the next 2 or 3 years. So it's not in 10 years time.
It's pretty soon.
It's soon, yes.
So the turn of the millennium, we could be seeing something like this. Do you feel that you're competing anywhere with the likes of Mercedes and BMW, who are very classical in their design, and you feel you want to do something very different?
Well, as a generalist manufacturer, contrary to, let's say, Mercedes, who one would refer to as being a specialist, we have to make sure that our customers will buy our cars, and if they buy them, then clearly it's not by doing an imitation of a Mercedes or an imitation of a BMW. So our complete strategy is based upon offering totally different products, which are very much, in terms of inspiration, not over the Rhine or over the Channel, but in fact very French in terms of approach. And it's not question of nationalism. It's not that. It's we feel that as a European, we have to defend Frenchness. In the same way that de Gaulle said about Goethe, he said, Goethe was so much of a European because he was so German. And I think that our cars are going to be desirable if we offer something very different.